Sword Rider, Transformers reviews and toy related chat. Sword Rider, Sword Rider.
Hello everyone, it's Sword Rider here and welcome to another video. And this is a quick channel update video. As you know, YouTube are making some changes and I'm going to make this really brief. Basically, what's going to happen is you need to mark your video as designed for adult content or child content. And there is a massive caveat on that where there's various rules you need to consider about whether you're marking your video for children or for adults. And one of those is, and I forget the line on the official website, but it says something along the lines of characters or toys that might be found appealing to children. Now, this is the issue for me. I know a lot of people have been putting disclaimers on their videos saying it's not intended for children and all that kind of stuff. But let's quickly look at the problem that they're trying to solve here. The problem that they're trying to solve is the fact that they have been collecting data and targeting advertisements at children via the adult YouTube site, the main YouTube app or site, not the YouTube Kids site. Now, the reason for that is parents have been passing their YouTube to kids and they've been watching videos and people have been making money from them and all that kind of stuff. But essentially you can't collect data from children, and this is a data issue. You can't collect and then target advertisements at children. It's not allowed. Even back in the day, you couldn't have the toys advertised as part of the Transformers series, if that makes sense, or the G.I. Joe series. What YouTube could have done is they could have got the algorithm to ignore certain things, change the algorithm or whatever it might be. But that will cost money and it will affect their business model. So it looks like the responsibility has been passed down to the creators. And essentially what you're doing is you're not marking to say that your channel is suitable for children or not. You're marking to say whether there are things and whether there are influences in there that might appeal to children. And that's what I've got from this. Because the problem that we're trying to solve is YouTube are trying to limit the algorithm's use on things that are appealing to children. So you could mark a video, as aimed at adults, and you could swear all the way through it. You could say every swear word in every language on the planet. But if you're talking about a Rescue Box Optimus Prime or a turtle or a Bumblebee figure or whatever it might be, essentially that's appealing to children. So essentially that should be marked as child's content because it's got something in the video that will appeal to children. It's not looking for language, it's not looking for all those kind of things. It's basically trying to stop videos that could appeal to children, which therefore could be watched by children, which therefore could be affected by the algorithm and adverts, to be stopped. That's the thing that they are trying to do. So, with that in mind, it makes it pretty much black and white that whenever we review one of these things, then, you know what? The content needs to be marked for children. And it's interesting because I picked up this figure recently. Got a couple of boxes here, so let's have a look. So, TE Optimus Prime. So, black and white for me, not for children under 6. So if I was reviewing this, technically the character could interest children because it is Optimus Prime, and actually the age range of the toy is for 6 and above. Even though no 6-year-old in the right mind would ask for this or even know what it is, essentially it's aimed at the under 13, so that content would need to be marked as for children. Black Series figure, Kylo Ren, age 4+. Guess what? I'd have to mark it for children. If it was a NECA Terminator figure or a NECA Predator figure, then actually, you know what, there's no link there for a child. There is no cartoon series of the Terminator, there's no cartoon series of Alien and all that kind of stuff. It's action figures that are aimed for adults. So, under my mind, under that rule, it would not be appealing to children, and therefore you could then mark that as aimed at adults. So, I hope that makes sense. So, as far as I'm concerned, the majority of my channel, and I've always tried to keep my language down to a minimum and all that kind of stuff, has always been aimed at adults and children. So a lot of my content, if not all of my content, would have to be marked down as that child friendly option. So what does that mean? Well, it means that comments will go. It means that you won't have a notification bell. I don't know if you will even show up in people's feeds, which is a little bit excessive for the problem that they're trying to solve. I can't get the comments. Can't understand that at all. But you know what? It is what it is. Now let me think about the job that YouTube does for me. I watched a video of Bolt Matrix the other day, who I think is a cracking guy. The job that YouTube does for him is that he's involved in a passion that he loves, but also it's a main revenue stream for him. So it's his job as well as something he enjoys. Whereas for me, it's not my job. I work full time. I have no intention of ever doing anything Transformers related in order to earn money, as far as I'm concerned. However, what it did do for me, the job that YouTube did, was it allowed me to interact and get involved with the Transformers community too, which I wasn't doing 3-4 years ago. So, unfortunately, if all my videos are marked as child friendly, that will mean from January that I will no longer be able to have comments, which will mean I will be no longer to interact with people and the friends I've made through YouTube, which is really, really sad because I've made some really close friends through YouTube. So, unfortunately, the way it's going at the moment, the job that I want YouTube to do for me, basically, won't be doing it anymore. Decaf coffee, I've got to cut down. Anyway, so what's the answer to that? And I have thought about a couple of solutions, to be honest with you. I've thought about putting a Facebook page. I've thought about various other things. But between now and the end of the year, I'm going to run a little experiment. And that experiment is going to be, I'm going to be uploading to Instagram TV first. Not talking about days in advance or anything like that. I'm literally going to press upload on that one first. And when that's finished, I'm going to upload to YouTube. And that's going to be my strategy moving forward for at least to the end of the year. That will allow me to interact with users and viewers through Instagram. I have got I think it's about 790 followers on Instagram. So I've got about much of a muchness of subscribers on. I've got about 530 on YouTube. 700 and odd, so I've got more followers on Instagram, but I know a lot of people who follow me and comment on YouTube will be also follow me on Instagram, so I can continue to communicate with them. So that's my strategy. It's a bit sad, of course it is, because it does kind of help hold back creators and all that kind of stuff, but my worry is for YouTube is there actually a future in that platform anymore? You see the job it does for a number of people, and it allows creators to be free and essentially do what they like, do channels about what they like. Essentially, this has been rules and regulations brought in, but maybe they could have been handled a different way. And maybe, if you look at it, the advert algorithm is there to make money for YouTube and for also some of the creators, but unfortunately I think that has backfired a little bit, and there'll be a lot of creators that just disappear. But I haven't got a massive following. I do this for fun, to be part of a community, and fingers crossed Instagram TV will allow me to do that. If it doesn't, you know what, there's other options and other ideas I have. We shall see. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I've been Zortride. It's gone on a bit longer than I thought, but I'll catch you again soon.